talk some first round options for the Vikings, baby. That's right. Round one. Let's go. All right, welcome back to Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus. Draft is 2 days away. We're talking first round options, and I am very, very excited.
How many days away?
2.
Oh.
2. We're talking first round options. Will the Vikings have a first rounder? Will it be at pick 23? Are they going to move up? They're going to move back? What are they going to do? Sweating bullets.
We're going to cover all the options right now. Yes, draft is 2 days away, and I'm so damn excited. It's getting hard to concentrate. It's getting hard to think, but not only is the draft 2 days away, our tailgate party is 2 days away, 4:30 to 6:30. Giveaways, beers, latest Vikings draft talk. Be sure to join that. We'll be horned up tomorrow night as well, and also subscribe and like and comment.
First round, here we go. Kalijah Kancey, big man, big man.
Kalijah Kancey, the explosive interior rusher. Is he a great fit for the 3-4? Probably not. So if you take him, you got to find ways to use him. Obviously, when we're in the 4-3, he could rush from the inside. Maybe you put him outside, just let him go after the quarterback. So damn explosive. You cannot watch this kid's tape and not get excited about how damn quick he is off the ball, the jump he gets on interior linemen. Yes, he's got short arms, but at pick 23, you need a guy for that front line, a guy who can get in the backfield, create pressure. It's going to help the linebackers out, going to help out the secondary too. Kalijah Kancey and the Vikings. This would be a damn home run pick for the Vikings.
It would if we ran a 4-3, but I still like him. Here's where I'm at with Kancey. I'd be all for it. I love it. Just everything you just said. I don't think the Vikings, I bet he's not even on their radar. Like the fact that he just doesn't match at all what they're trying to do.
Well, I just don't think you can take him and put him in a traditional role. You can't like put him at a 5-tech and expect him just to be good. You got to use him to his skill set, which is, do you want to do it with your first round pick? That becomes the issue. That becomes the concern. That becomes the question. But I think you can creative and use this guy and get return on him definitely in year 1 and beyond.
Yeah, I'm all aboard the Kancey train. Have I cooled just a little bit? Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I have. Here we go. Next up, Hendon Hooker. Got to talk about him. 23 right now. Honestly, with all the buzz and the shit that I'm starting to believe, if we got him at 23, I wouldn't even be that upset anymore because I'm scared that we're going to trade up for like a Will Levis in the top 5 or even trade up for a Hendon Hooker. I'm terrified right now. And Hendon Hooker, we don't need to break him down. We all know what he is. We all know what the risks are. It's just he is absolutely an option for the Vikings.
What I'd hate, so this is going to be, if this is the pick, this is the quarterback that the Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell regime is going to be linked to. It's going to be their guy. And what do you hear? What's his upside? A solid to average starter in the NFL. That's what really cools my jets on Hendon Hooker. If that's really what his ceiling is, that's not very exciting.
Well, I mean, they're getting basically, Kirk Cousins is a very good, very, very good NFL quarterback. And that's kind of Hendon Hooker's ceiling. Very good NFL quarterback. Nothing great. He's not going to suck, but he's way cheaper. So maybe they're looking at the price tag. That's clearly one of the big things. They want a rookie quarterback is going to be much cheaper than we got now. But Hendon Hooker, until it happens, I'm going to be scared. When it does happen, I'll say, okay, fine.
Yeah, I know. I will too. It's just, it feels like if he's not the guy that can be special, that can win you games, that, you're never out until the clock's, the seconds tick down to 0. I mean, that's the guy you want to get. Is that Hendon Hooker? I don't know.
Vikings love him, but do they love Jordan Addison?
Yeah, I don't know. Like you asked me a week ago what the pick was going to be. I would have said Jordan Addison. It seemed like a lot of buzz, a lot of steam was pointing that way. Now I'm just sitting here very confused what the Vikings are going to do with 23 if they do stay there and stick and pick. But Jordan Addison, smooth route runner, good hands, competitor. You can use him in a bunch of different ways. Highly productive at Pitt and USC. He'd be a great number 2 to Justin Jefferson. KJ Osborne at 3. Maybe you rotate those guys in and out of those roles. But looking for a number 2 receiver, Jordan Addison can definitely be it.
Good route runner. Mazi Smith, he's actually starting to become kind of my favorite at the defensive line, even above Kalijah Kancey. And it's more so, he's a beast. He's huge. He's athletic. We all know everything about Mazi Smith, and he's going to be a guy I think comes off the board. I think he's going to be the first defensive lineman gone, to be first D tackle. And I'm not going to be surprised one damn bit.
No, I like Mazi Smith. The big concern is just the lack of production at Michigan. 6 tackles for a loss and half a sack. That's all you had. What the hell was going on there?
Shit either.
Well, what was he doing? That's very that's a concern to me, but you love the athletic ability. He's big enough to clog lanes. To me, he's the option if you trade back in round 1. Mazi Smith. That's where I like him better. Sticking 23 and take him. And it depends who's on the board, but I like him. He's just not overly exciting.
Yeah, but that's kind of his thing. I mean, even when you read about Mazi Smith, wherever he goes, he's not going to light up the stat sheet. He's doing the dirty work. I mean, he didn't at Michigan. He's probably not in the NFL. He's one of those unsung heroes, and I'm all for it. Bring him on.
Yeah, again, like Hendon Hooker, Deontay Banks is the one you got to talk about. Everybody pictures him as just the ideal cornerback on the outside in Brian Flores' system. Press man coverage is kind of his deal. He's very aggressive, very physical up on the line. He stays on those guys. Again, he was number 2 quarterback at Maryland, opposite Jacorian Bennett. To me, he's a guy who's getting elevated because of his workouts and his athletic ability. I'd like to see a little more production out of him. He's been hurt in the past, but he's definitely an option the Vikings could look at if they go corner. He could be there, and he could be a pick, and one that if they do make, I'll have to work my way to getting warmed up to and enjoying.
Joey Porter freaking Jr. This is the dream. This is the cream dream, wet dream, whatever type of dream you want it. We all know Porter. We all know what he does. We want him at 23. Bring it on. This is the home run pick. This is the home run pick for me. Value through the freaking roof.
It's those damn long tentacle arms of his that just get me excited. And obviously the fact that he's a legacy player, I always like that too.
Hell yes. Trade up option.
I'm putting it up there because it's been picking up steam that the Vikings like Anthony Richardson. If they move way up, this could be the guy. And you talk about a quarterback who has the ceiling of a Pat Mahomes or a Josh Allen. This is the kind of guy you want to hit your wagon to if you can get him to that point. Anthony Richardson, definitely some very, very bad film on him, but you look at some of the things he can do, the way he escapes pressure, what he to get out there and make those throws. It's unbelievable. It's almost magician-like. So is it going to happen? Is it true? I don't know, but you got to put him on there because there is some steam building that the Vikings could move up and get this guy.
Well, everybody bitches when we bring up Anthony Richardson because he just had such up and down, a lot of downs. You're not drafting Richardson for what he is now. You're drafting what he's going to be in 2 or 3 years. Mm-hmm. The hope that you can polish this guy. By no means is he coming in and he's just going to be this flawless day one starter. That is not the case. It's all what could be. It's all what could be.
Yeah, and his could be is a lot higher than what Hendon Hooker's could be.
Quentin Johnston, again, another name we got to bring up. Vikings sniffing around him. He's the big body receiver. We need one. He fits the mold. Honestly, I hope I'm kind of over the wide receiver in round 1. Ask me in an hour. I'll probably be back on it. I'm an emotional wreck right now. Yeah. Johnson would be a pick where I'd just be like, all right, that's cool. But I think he probably has more of the bust factor than some of these other wide receivers.
Yeah, I don't know. He seems like his stock is just going down here the last couple of weeks. I still like him a lot. I prefer him over Jordan Addison, and he gets us something different. He's got that nasty spin move after he catches the ball. He's actually for a bigger wide receiver. He's pretty damn good at the yak. The question is his route runnings and if he's a natural hands catcher. Not worried about that. Quentin Johnston, I think he'd be a great number 2 here in Minnesota.
Good. There's some very good 3rd round wide receiver options that also are very good at the yak.
Yep.
Brian Bresee.
Yeah, Bresee, this is still a guy who's all over the freaking map. Sometimes you see him go 20 now. Sometimes you see him going deep in the round 2. And it's because, he missed that year with the injury. Then he had to overcome the death of his sister his final year at Clemson. He got Tennessee there, but Clemson.
Oh, close.
But you look at a more natural fit for the Vikings 3-4 front. I think Brian Bresee is that. He can move inside if they go 4-3. He could play that 5-tech. I think he could handle that. I still think his best football is ahead of him, but I think he's just kind of over the map just because he missed so much when he was in college.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of like Anthony Richardson. You're drafting what could be. He's still a work in progress. Apologies to Clemson fans. I had orange on the brain and went with Tennessee. But Brian Bresee, I think between Bresee and Kancey, that they're just going to fall further than people are thinking. And Mazi Smith is still going to be the first one. I would take Bresee if we traded back. I don't want him at 23 at all.
No, I think he's like a 29 option. Move down.
29er, Brian Branch. Brian Branch, the defensive back that can play multiple positions that we know. And why I love Brian Branch is he's going to be safe and he's going to make an impact day one. And I love the shit out of it. We need help in the secondary. It gives you some options. And at 23, Brian Branch's name is called. Hell yeah. I'd say he's in my top 3.
Yeah, he's always been high on my list, and right now a lot of these names I'm not really cooling on. I'm just becoming numb to them. I just don't know. I don't have a good sense what the Vikings are going to do, and it's making me nervous. It's making me upset. But Brian Branch, you love the way he plays. Big time hitter, big time playmaker. Maybe he starts at nickel as a rookie, moves to safety when Harrison Smith hangs him up. I don't know, but there's a lot you can do with him. I think he can be an impact defender for you year one, being used in multiple ways.
Those are our first round options. Let us know some in the comments. Any of these guys that you love, hate. Brian Bresee did not get transferred to Tennessee.
He did not. It's that damn editor. All right, you guys remember this as you're getting ready for the draft and think of these first round options. The voice actors for Mickey and Minnie Mouse are actually married in real life.